Bears have officially named their team captains. We're going to talk a little bit about that. What does that mean for the team going forward? And we're also, Ryan Poles already doing some scouting, seeing at a Clemson Georgia game. We're going to talk about all and more, but you know what we got to do first? We got to play that intro, which I can't even transition smooth. I got to change the folder. We're not even in the right folder. All right, now we're going to play it, y'all. Peace.
Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Shy Bears Central on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into this content for today. So we got to start off. The team captains were named for the Chicago Bears. Today, we got Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, Gerald Everett, Cole Kmet, Jalen Johnson, and Mercedes Lewis all listed as the Bears team captains. How you guys feeling?
I feel good with the list. Shout out to Caleb Williams. I don't think it's been just given to him. I think he earned that spot as a team captain. I don't know what the precedent it is for the quarterback.
I'm sorry, I said captain. Gerald Everett. It's Kevin Byard. My bad.
Kevin Byard. Yeah, I don't know what the precedent is if the quarterback is always your team captain, but I have seen teams where the quarterback hasn't been the captain, so he's definitely earned it. I just have one thing to say. Montez Sweat is probably one of your top 3 best players on this team. We ain't seeing much on him about Hard Knocks on the show Hard Knocks, and he's not named a team captain. I gotta ask y'all, maybe he's just a leader by example. He doesn't need that label or something like that. But wouldn't you want a guy like Montez Sweat to be a captain on your team?
I mean, I'm cool with it, but I don't look at Montez Sweat as being one of those vocal guys. And I know we talk basketball because that's what we do over here on the network. The best player doesn't necessarily mean that's the leader of the squad. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm looking at the guys that made the cuts to become the captains, I'm looking at a lot of guys that are vocal. And I would say more so vocal than Montez Sweat. So I'm not even tripping over to be 100 with you.
Okay, and then that's the question. Then, if you looking at who you want to put as your captain, do you look for a more vocal guy or rah guy, or you look for a guy that's just gonna line up and be fantastic, be unbelievable every down? But I don't have any problem with any of the choices. I'm just looking at Montez Sweat like, man, he one of your best players. Why isn't he one of the captains on the team? That's it.
I feel you on that. For me, the list, it kind of makes sense. I like that they mixed in, you know what I'm saying, some younger guys with some more of the older guys. Caleb Williams obviously is a rookie, so he's the youngest guy. But I like that they had, and I believe most of these are not just handed out by the coaches in some locker rooms. Sometimes these are voted on by the players. It doesn't necessarily say that the players voted for this, but this is what they got. And I'm looking at the guys that's always on the field, and I think that when you got Kevin Byard and Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards, along with Jalen Johnson, to me, those are your vocal leaders defensively. We know Jalen Johnson been at the forefront these past 2 seasons, calling it like he see it. He actually came out before the start of before Caleb even got here, like, hey, don't come in here being Hollywood. So that lets me know what it was. And then we seen him in Hard Knocks pretty much doing what he do, holding guys accountable and applying pressure to the opposing team. That's what I need out of my captains. And I like the confidence that Caleb Williams brings. I like the old head mentality that Mercedes Lewis is going to bring to this. And Cole Kmet, I ain't going to lie, that was a surprising one for me.
Really?
Yeah, I would have thought that it would have that they had DJ Moore. I thought that it would have been more so Keenan Allen on there too. But he's not. But so I'm not mad at it. It was just a bit surprising for me.
It was surprising that Keenan Allen wasn't on there?
Yes.
Here's the reason why it's not surprising. I understand where you're coming from, but here's the reason why it's not surprising to me. Keenan Allen's a 1-year Bear.
Yeah,
there's no point in him being.
That's the other side of it too. I understand that.
So
yeah, TJ. See, I wanted to fight back on your vocal point. TJ Edwards. Do anybody remember a quote from TJ Edwards or him really stepping out? No. So what's the difference between him and Montez Sweat? That's all I'm saying.
What's the difference between Montez Sweat and TJ Edwards?
As far as being named captain, because I would think he's in the same, you could put him in the same box as Montez Sweat. He's not very vocal. because you
Mhm.
said there's vocal leaders all through this captain, all these captains of the team. I don't remember a quote from TJ Edwards. I don't remember
I
him
think
being a
TJ
rah
Edwards
rah.
is more vocal on the field.
Maybe he is more
I
vocal
think
on the
he's
field.
more vocal on the
I
field.
would say Montez Sweat is vocal on
I'm
the
not
field.
saying he's not. I'm not saying that he's not vocal on the field, but I think when you look on the field, as far as like when they're in that huddle, you'll see T.J. Edwards' arms flailing more than Montez Sweat. I think Montez Sweat is a motivator. Like, I'm about to motivate you. Hey, I'm gonna slap you on your ass and tell you, hey, good job. Let's go out here and get this quarterback. But I think T.J. Edwards is more of the, all right, listen, it's third down, guys. This is what we need to do. We need to give them. I think he's more of that type of on the
Okay,
field vocal leader than
I
than
get you.
than
Gotcha.
Montez Sweat.
I ain't got no problem. I just want to see more of Montez Sweat. That's all. That's just me. I want to see more of Montez.
Oh, you're gonna
Feel
see a
like
lot of his work. So don't
yeah,
even
I
worry
want
about
to
it. You're
hear.
gonna see
I
a lot
want
of
to
his work.
hear him, Joe. I want to hear him. What you got to say about this, bro? What's up,
Yeah.
Montez?
I will say Mercedes Lewis is a surprising one on this on here for me. Not because I mean he's a veteran, make no mistake about it, and he's done enough in the NFL to deserve to be a captain on any team. But in my personal opinion, I would have empowered somebody on that offensive line.
I
Who would
think
that
that's
be? Who would that
that's
be?
great.
Who would that be?
Honestly, I know he's injured, and maybe that's the thing that kept it from happening. It would have been Tevin Jenkins to me.
I'm not mad
Mm.
at that. I'm not mad at that. Would you be mad at the? I know it's his second year, Darnell Wright. How about that? Would you be
That's what
mad
I
at
was gonna
that?
ask. That's a
I
great question.
mean, yeah, I guess there's a precedent with Caleb being on here and being a rookie. There's definitely a precedence
Yeah,
being set for that.
yeah.
I
So
think that point though that you mentioned, Hayes, is a very, very valid point on, you know what I'm saying, empowering the offensive line. I look at around guys around the offensive linemen around the league. I don't necessarily know everybody's captain situation, but I know
mhm.
that some of the best ran teams have that vocal leader on the offensive line. I know Ryan Bates has been injured. We just talked about that. But I think I really, really believe your point when you said that would have definitely empowered some guys on the offensive line to where they like, hey, we got to carry this a different way and
Yeah.
kind of change the feel of it too. And you got to hold guys accountable. I'm not gonna say none of the guys are not capable, but it would have been interesting to see.
Like Olin Krutz from back in the day, he was the captain of the team, and that I think that gives
But
motivation to the
that's
offensive line.
but let's just be clear. Olin Krutz is a different beast
He put a
entirely. Like
grown
that's
man in a locker.
bro.
Come on.
That's you. We're sitting here
You
talking
know?
about people who maybe aren't who maybe are kind of quiet and have a quieter personality. This nigga C Dub followed up with Olin Krutz. Like what?
I'm just saying they ain't gotta be the player that Olin Krutz is or the personality that Olin
I
Krutz
know.
is.
I get what you're saying.
But
I
I'm
definitely
just
get what
agreeing with you, Drip. Damn it.
I
And you
know.
I mean,
I'm just saying, though.
we could give motivation to the
I
offensive
wish we had
line.
an offensive lineman that was the type of lineman as an Olin Krutz right now, bro. Like I wish we had that, bro.
I think we do in Darnell.
Because
Wright.
Olin Krutz would literally look Caleb Williams in his face and listen, I don't give a fuck that you're the new rookie.
Oh, he definitely would. He would. He would.
do your fucking job, my boy. Like,
That's a
Yes.
fact.
and
He
don't let
had
the offensive line hold a blocking. And Caleb, see, that's you know what I can't even say. But if Olin Krutz would have been the offensive lineman, we had a quarterback dancing instead of taking care of business. Man, Olin Krutz would have been in that huddle like you limp dick son of a bitch. I'm letting the next tackle that come through here come right to you untouched, my boy. Like,
Real.
but yeah, Olin Krutz is a different beast, bro. I don't think there are too many people like Olin Krutz nowadays, bro. I don't
That's a
think.
fact.
nah.
Nah, bro.
No.
That's
I
a
don't
fact.
think there's too many people like Olin Krutz, but but yeah, overall though, I like the decisions of captains. I understand almost everybody that's on this list for sure. Jalen's definitely. He's already talked about needing to step into a leadership role as well. He deserved to definitely be a captain. Cole Kmet is going to have a big season as well. Now, the thing that I know everybody's going to make about it, and we've touched on it a little bit, but Caleb Williams as a rookie being one of your captains, how you feeling?
Hey, look, man. I don't think this stuff is just given away. You know what I'm saying? When you want to talk about being a leader of men and becoming a captain, I think he's earned that. So we can sit back and just applaud the young man for earning the support of grown men, of 53, 52 other grown men on this team. So I'm just gonna applaud him. I ain't finna even hate.
For
Applaud him.
real. I'ma definitely applaud him as well. And I think that he's already shown that, he's going to be capable to lead the Chicago Bears. We're going to see if he's going to lead us to new heights or new lows. We shall see. My decisions will be what they're going to be, but I already seen examples of his leadership.
Yes.
The guys has already been working with Keenan Allen in the offseason before mini camp, training camp, all this stuff started. At one point, C-Dub was saying that Keenan Allen is his shadow. Then another point is that he literally had grown men clean up a locker room.
Yeah.
That's leadership out the ass, and you had idiots like Amari Toomer come out there and try to criticize him for wanting to have a clean locker room. It's crazy to me.
You know how they
already
locker
did
room
what
look.
he had to do. So shout out to him.
You know how they locker room looked, the way he was criticizing dirt ass. Clean you after yourself. What the hell is wrong with y'all?
You dirty bastards.
Facts.
Well, for sure, though. For sure. But all right, moving on from that, let's get into the next topic. I talked about on the daily episode a little while ago players that I think are set to break out in the 2024 season, but it ain't a full conversation if I can't have it with my guys. So I want to turn it over to you guys, man. Who you guys have on your list as breakout candidates in 2024?
Number one, I think it's obvious. I won't go into detail. I think Caleb Williams will break out this season. I don't know if a rookie can have a breakout season, but I think Caleb Williams will break out. At 2, and this may surprise y'all, but y'all just take it, compartmentalize.
I know what say.
Velus Jones.
I told you. I told you.
Just take it for what it's worth. He's going to be impactful in a couple of games. I ain't saying he's going to have a Pro Bowl season he's going to be impactful in the position that he's in. And at 2, at 3, damn, can I count? 3, Austin Booker is going to have a breakout season as well. There we go.
For sure. I ain't mad at it. I knew you was going to say Vegas. I ain't going to lie to you. I knew you was going to say Vegas Jones. For the simple fact, hey, that running back role might be I ain't gonna lie. I want to see it a little more, but hey. But my number one guy, I'm going with Kyler Gordon. It's just finna be one of them, bro. He definitely about to supplant himself as one of the best nickelbacks in the NFL, just simply because how physical he is, how difficult the job is at hand, and he's already shown that he's ready to elevate that. If you think you finna throw this ball in the flat and he ain't finna hit you hard, you better rethink that decision. So I'm giving a lot of love to Kyler Gordon. And then on the offensive side, I'm going to go. It ain't too many breakout candidates. I'm going to go Javon Dexter. I'm going to go with what we already believe. I know he ain't have a great preseason, but I believe that this guy's going to get about 6.5, 7 sacks this season, and he will be very impactful. So I got 2, Kyler Gordon, Javon Dexter.
Yo, how many yards you think Roman Duzier get this season?
I
think he get a stack? You think he get a stack?
No, I don't think he get a stack. It's gonna be about. I think we talked about it. I think it's like 800. It's a good gauge for him.
800. Okay, I'm thinking 800 in that. But I think he scored a lot of touchdowns. I could need like 8 touchdowns for Rome.
No, bro.
I think he get like 8. Running and catching. He gonna be a deep threat this year, Rome Duzier.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be some of those. That pass down the sideline gonna be one, and somebody got Haize thumbs going to work. What you doing, my boy? What we doing?
I had time today. I've been going off for motherfuckers today. That's all.
Y'all know he got an extra man.
I've been going off on people.
Going off, bro.
So with that, no, but here's I like all you guys' picks, and even in my list, I left one person out that I do want to kind of throw in here, and it could be an underrated thing. I think I kind of focused more so on starters when I did my list, but I really think Terrell Smith is going to have a breakout year this year.
Oh, wow.
Really? I think especially, I know he's not going to get a whole lot of opportunities. I know he's the 4th cornerback technically, but I look at Terrell Smith and I say that he's going to be that cornerback. He's going to fill in some for Kyler Gordon. He's going to fill in some for Tyreek Stevenson. He's going to get a lot of opportunities. And I think that if you're talking about per snap production, so that's relative to the amount of snaps that he ends up playing, I think he could be one of the more productive corners in the league this year.
Does he get 3 interceptions this season?
How many did he have last season?
I don't know.
I don't know that.
I like
That's why I
because I
was
like to base it
asking.
off. I want to kind of look at what he did last year because overall I think the defense is going to be in a much better place. But I kind of want to look at what he did last year first. Give me 1 second, and then
For
I'll
sure.
answer your question. That's a great question, though, Bobby. I wasn't prepared for it.
Oh
How
yeah.
dare you have follow ups? He had 1 interception and 1 passes deflected next year. So I'm going to give stats. So last year, just to give his stats: 12 games played. What's up? You want to work out? All right, go ahead.
Bro turned around like he seen The Walking Dead.
Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah, just a little bit.
I thought somebody caught my man lacking, bro.
Not on lie.
I don't lie.
Did y'all hear what he said? Could y'all hear him?
Yeah.
How you gonna sneak up on me to say you want to work out? Just go work out, my boy. No, y'all know I've been on my health kick, so I'm glad to see that is going
That's
to my
good.
kids too, man.
That's what's
All
up.
right, so he had 12 games played last year. He had 49 total tackles, no sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 1 interception, 1 pass is deflected. So I'll say based off this, and I'm going to say based off him playing, I'll say 16 games rather than 12 games. I think that Terrell Smith is going to be good for 1 sack, two forced fumbles, 3 interceptions next year, and 5 passes deflected. Is what I'm saying for Terrell Smith.
I think that's fair.
I think,
it's
and
fair.
per the production, I think he's going to have a great one, man.
I think
Well,
that's
let's
fair.
just think
I
about it.
hope he can get that.
Let's think about it. He's the 4th cornerback. You got excellent cornerbacks in the first 3. You got Kyler Gordon, you got Stevenson, you got Johnson. That means he's not going to be mainly facing like the 1s and 2s and 3s, the best receivers on the opposite team. And him himself, he can actually be on the other side. He can start for some teams. So absolutely, I agree with you. Terrell Smith will definitely have a good season coming up. Who gonna lead the secondary interceptions?
Stevenson.
Tyreek Stevenson.
Oh, y'all with me. We think alike, Stevens, because you ain't gonna tag Johnson. You ain't gonna tag
Johnson gonna be over there
all the time.
You're not going to pass to Johnson. Kyler Gordon is going to be used in run blitzing and pass blitzing a lot. Tyreek Stevenson showed himself to be a ball hawk last year. I think Tyreek Stevenson easily is going to lead the team in interceptions next year. Personally, he had 4 last year. You know, Tyreek Stevenson was 1 more interception. He would have been tied for like 5 people in the top 10 in interceptions last year. That's how good Tyreek Stevenson's rookie year was. He's absolutely getting it.
For sure.
It's kind of under the radar too. He had a fantastic season last year. Stevenson as a rookie. Way better than Gordon too. He had a better season than Gordon rookie.
You think
season.
so? You think it was a better season? Oh, better rookie season than Kyler Gordon. Oh yeah, he had definitely a better rookie season than Kyler Gordon. Yeah, I think that's fair.
They tried to pick on him early. They did get at him
Gordon
early.
got picked on a lot.
Yeah,
but the difference is Kyler Gordon got picked on early too, but it lasted like 5 games for Kyler Gordon to adjust. Tyreek Stevenson by the 3rd game was all right.
He was good.
For sure, absolutely.
So. Yeah, Tyreek Stevenson is definitely a monster. King Booker World says Bayard's going to lead the team in interception.
I hear you.
Ooh.
That's how you come in and put your stamp on the team.
Interesting.
Go ahead.
Could be.
I see him more as a hitter. Is he more of a ball hawking guy, or if he's more of a hitter? When I watch him, he's more of a hitter. I see more hits when I look at his past work. More of a hitter in the box a little sometimes. Is he like a ball?
The thing is that Kevin Byard is kind of like Robert Quinn with sacks. Every other season he has a bunch of interceptions.
Okay.
Honestly, it's just like, let's go through it. His first year, 0 interceptions. Second year, 8.
Damn.
Now his third and 4th year, he had 4 and 5, so that was backed up. And then in 2020, he had 1. He played 16 games. In 2021, 5. So it's like every other year, basically, with him is when he have a bunch of this. Last season, he had 1, and he had 0 in 2000. Well, he had 0 for the Titans and 1 for the Eagles. I forgot he split time between those 2 teams last year. So yeah, he's shaped up to have another 5 or 4 interception season.
That'll be lit. Let's go.
Let's go, Bayard. I can't wait to see Brisker, bro. Damn, that's one of my favorite players. It always
Jaquan Brisker. Yeah, Jaquan Brisker gonna have a big season too.
Let's go, man. I need him to go to Pro Bowl this season, man. Just to let everybody know how good he is. I don't think everybody know how good this kid is, bro. I don't know. He gonna have to show him this year.
Oh yeah, we definitely. I believe we're gonna have more than 5 Pro Bowlers this year.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, hell yeah. Maybe
yeah.
5 on defense.
That's what
Nah,
I'm
well,
saying.
that's crazy. Come on, man.
Hey, that is a
Jesus
historic defense,
Christ.
bro.
Yeah,
Wait.
That
you
got to be
try,
some
you
historic
trying
stuff.
to, you trying to set some all-time records there, my boy.
But drip. Look at Montez Sweat. We don't have to argue about that, right? No.
Yeah, no.
TJ Edwards,
Okay,
Tremaine
possible.
Okay.
Edmonds,
He is a Pro
Jalen
Bowler already.
Johnson. And how many is that? 4? We
That's
need one other defensive back. We can get that. That's not feasible. That can happen.
It's a
I
long
mean,
shot to get all 5.
yeah, somebody
Hey,
gonna get
it's some
left off.
chances there. I say from the defense at least 3.
At least that's good too. I
Yeah.
see. That's good too.
All right, let's get to the last topic for today on this stream. Ryan Poles was in attendance for Clemson versus Georgia. Now, this could just be Ryan Poles who loves football going to watch a football game. I tend to think with Ryan Poles, nothing is unintentional when it comes to Ryan Poles. One of the position groups that we may have to fill in the draft are both things that the SEC and the ACC are some of the best at: defensive linemen, offensive linemen. Was Ryan Poles already scouting being at the Clemson versus Georgia game?
Absolutely.
This dude.
He definitely was. He was there putting in the work already because he knows that your job ain't done yet, brother. The job, even if you go win a championship, you got to figure out how you're going to get another one. The job is never done in the game of sports. It's always production based. And I give him a lot of credit. Go out there and start scouting these young players. Go ahead and find your for sure guys, but then you also see if you can work on a couple projects. You got a couple raw guys that has some raw talent up in here. You help Braxton Jones become a starter on your squad. You looked at Austin Booker. He looks like he's, deemed to earn himself a starting spot. And these are guys that came in the later rounds of their respective drafts. So I say, yeah, you need to look at those guys that are for sure hits, but you also need to do your homework. So just in case the guy that's on your board is gone, you have somebody to replace those guys. So shout out to him for getting started and I already know he's gonna keep doing it. Let Poles cook. This is a roast in a crock pot. This gonna take some time.
Yeah,
Bro. This man, Ryan Poles, Joe, he just so proactive, bro. He just always trying to be ahead of the ball, ahead of the curve, bro. And they say he was up there looking at the defensive end, Michael Williams and Barrett Carter, who both was ass, by the way.
Now, I also want to mention there were 24 either GMs or people from teams front offices at that game. So
yeah. But mention this: it was 24 team representatives, but only four GMs.
That's
and
great.
Ryan Poles was one of those GMs, being proactive, being ahead of the curve. I'm kind of liking this dude, Ryan Poles. He's like an evil.
Kinda. We still kinda.
Right.
Now,
liking like I'm comparing.
You remember we started off what it was? It was one of our first
Genius
episodes.
Genius
or jackass.
Yes, he's a genius. Wait,
okay.
let me finish. I was saying liking, like comparing. I was likening this guy to Lex Luthor, bro. This Superman's villain, bro. This man always got a plan, bro. He thinking like 10 turns ahead, bro. You're like fucking Lex Luthor, bro.
Leave it up to C-Dub to think outside the box, bro. When he said Lex Luthor, I'm like, what the fuck is this dude talking about?
He's an evil fucking genius, bro. I don't know what he's doing now. These guys was ass. Barrett Carter and Michael. They only had 2 tackles apiece. I hope he wasn't just looking at them. I hope he was looking in the trenches, because I think that's where he needs to go next. The offensive line. We gotta concentrate there. I think we good everywhere. Get in the offensive line, Ryan Poles. But he got a plan though. I just appreciate his workmanship. He said he want to work.
I'm going to watch how it goes over the season, but more and more, I think, just when you look at the way that Ryan Poles has even done it, I'm not going to say he's not going to draft offensive linemen, but I wouldn't be surprised if he targets a lot of veteran offensive linemen to put in front of his rookie quarterback next season. And maybe the draft is kind of focused more towards the defensive side of the trenches.
Maybe.
Now, veteran offensive linemen can be expensive as shit. Yep. So...
yeah.
I may be wrong on that one, but
yeah, because on the flip side, you'll think of like the veterans that's gonna be around. You got to spend some money on, and I mean, you got some decent depth. Or that's pretty. It's better than last year for sure when it comes to offensive line. But when you start allocating the money, it's gonna be interesting to see, because right now you got so many of the holes plugged already. So it's gonna be interesting to see for that draft. Do you go best player available, or do you have a more focused draft? We is going way ahead though, but it is interesting.
I think he's thinking way ahead.
You got to.
I
Really.
think he's there. He's already at the end of the season. While we ain't even started the season yet. That's how good this guy is. I think that he's at the end of the season already.
Once the season starts, he probably is already starting to think towards the draft. Like, you got to, like, you're still evaluating and looking over the course of the season. But I do think it's gonna come down to listen, you got to start early. You got to start early.
That's a fact.
Yeah, bro. Let's go, Ryan. The genius he is, bro. I answered the question way a long time ago, bro. Is he a genius or an idiot? He's a genius, obviously. Obviously.
Show love to Ryan Pose, man.
Genius or jackass. That was a great. I don't even remember if it was Dub or Bob. It was one of you two that said that the shit was fucking gold, bro.
Oh, it was definitely C-Dub.
It was Dub. So I think we now have the answer to that. Any last thoughts, guys, before we get up out of here?
It's Bears week. We play a football game at the end of the week.
Absolutely.
For sure. I ain't got nothing but other than tune in. Tune in. Hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. We heating up. As I just said not too long ago, this is a roast in a crock pot. We about to get this shit cooking for the rest of the season. Let's go.
You better know that.
Hey, it's exciting, man. We're going to be talking about Bears football in just a few days. I'm getting antsy. I'm getting excited. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I'm just excited to watch some goddamn football, man.
Yes,
yeah, let's get this shit done. Make sure you guys are following us at Shy Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. Chicago Bears. By the way, maybe we're supposed to go live on Tuesdays too, right? Yeah, we'll be live at some point tomorrow. We got to talk about how after the Ayuk's deal, DJ Moore's deal looks even more like a fucking steal, bro. We got to talk about that more.
We definitely
Yes, sir.
Man. Shout out to my boy Bobby with the Kev outfit, the bull shirt and the Bears hat. That's definitely a Kev
Shout
outfit.
out to Big Bro. Holla at me, Bo.
Y'all can follow us at Shy Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, number to do so, 773-242-9336. We're the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears.